I'm Matt Johnson, the leader of the pack, and this is Amanda, who has just completed her 30 days of her program that I had with the 30-day Jumpstart to Fit. And this was just a 30-day program. It really just helps boost people, get them moving, and start getting them results with their body. So today I just want to talk to Amanda and have her tell you a little bit about her story and where she started and what the journey's been like the last 30 days because her results have been amazing. They like I saw those this morning and I was like blown away, Amanda. Like it was so awesome. So Amanda, just kind of talk to us a little bit. Like what was life like before with your fitness?
Well, I had my fitness. I didn't have any fitness. I had two kids, and so after my son, I completely stopped working out and doing everything. Then I had my daughter, and for my daughter, I actually only gained about 10 pounds for my pregnancy. So I left being pregnant back to my normal weight. And then went through some postpartum depression stuff. And at the time, I didn't realize I was going through that until I look back now. So I had gotten up to about 150 pounds. So I had gained almost 30 pounds in the course of 10 months of my daughter being born. Um, and so I was the heaviest I had been, and I was wearing sweatpants all the time and didn't realize that my pants weren't buttoning. And then when I would put pants on, I would just be like, oh, it's baby stuff. It's fine. So yeah, beforehand, I wasn't really doing much of anything. I was that mom that would eat the leftovers of my kids' plates and, you know, not really paying attention to anything health-wise but wondering why I wasn't losing any weight. I was refusing to weigh myself until probably when we started this process. And I was like, oh my gosh, I am 150 pounds. Like why didn't somebody tell me?
Okay. So going through that, like when you hit that like 150 pounds, like what were some of your thoughts and feelings when you realized that when you looked at the scale?
I was really hard on myself. I called my husband. I called everybody in my family life, being like, "Oh, what is going on? Like, why didn't you guys warn me? Like, why?" I was blaming everybody else, and then at one point, I just stopped caring about whether the fact I was like, all right, well, whatever. I'm a mom. My moms are supposed to be fat, and then I was very hard. I was very negative. I even messaged you being like, well, how much weight can I lose this month? Because I can't do this anymore. And for me, I had to switch my mindset about it being a diet versus a lifestyle. And I wanted my kids to choose healthier things, and I wanted my kids to choose being active. And I knew that they weren't going to do that unless I did it. And I had noticed that my son, in the course of my daughter, all he wanted to do was watch TV, and that was, he's 3. He's not supposed to want to do that. So I knew that I had to change. I didn't really want to do the work to change, but I knew it had to happen. And so I was committed to the program.
Awesome. Did you try anything else before, like any kind of workouts or diets?
Yeah, when after my son was born, I was like, oh, I'm gonna lose this baby weight. I'm gonna do this, and I would go to the gym being like, okay, I'm gonna leave now. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know the right. I mean, I tried the juice diet. I tried the detox stuff. I definitely tried it all, but it would last for about a week because I would get on the scale and be like, this is stupid. I'm not doing this, and I hate the gym because I hate the people that go to the gym, is what I was telling myself. And I was convinced that everybody was judging me at the gym. So everything I tried just didn't last very long.
Yeah. Okay. Did you ever see any like results with those things that you tried or?
When I did the juice, I saw results in the first 3 days, but I also was the moodiest person you would ever meet. And as soon as I started eating food, I went straight to a cheeseburger and, gained the 8 pounds that I lost in the 3 days and probably more after that. So yes, I saw results, but they weren't lasting results. And gym, no, I never saw real results at the gym. So
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do when I got there.
Awesome. So, kind of talk to us a little bit about what it's been like going through the last 30 days. Like, what has your experience been like?
It's actually been a lot easier than I thought. I thought I was going to hate this third. I mean, it went by super fast. Like, I can't believe it's been 30 days already. Which also is amazing. I mean, that also in hindsight shows how quickly you can gain weight if you're not paying attention to what you're doing, because it goes by so fast. So that helped. I mean, the speed of all of a sudden I was like, oh, it's 30 days. And I just consistently did what I was needed to do. The food on the program was all stuff that I liked, so I didn't have, and like, you know, there were certain meals that I'd messaged you about being like, I don't really like this. And he very quickly gave me a different option, and I was like, oh, okay, like I can make a healthier version of that, no problem, you know?
Yeah.
So having this simple meal plan and having simple like workouts were so much easier to follow than in the past of me just blindly pretending like I knew what I was doing.
Yeah, definitely. We got to make sure that it's simple and doable for you, especially when you're first starting out. I think that's the hardest part for people when they start out. It's that momentum. If it's too much, it's too overwhelming, and most people just want to quit. So I think a lot of women, especially, can relate back to where you were. So how has it been? Like, you're a mom. Like, how many kids do you have again?
Two.
2 kids.
So I have a 3-year-old and 10-month-old.
A 10-month-old. So like you got like these two ends of the spectrum going on here, and you own your own business, and yet you've still been able to hit these fitness goals and like completely evolve your body. Like, how did you do it?
Well, I made it a priority. As soon as I made it a priority, I was able to schedule it in. So for me, I like to plan out my days daily. So right before I went to bed, I would plan out when I wanted to go to the gym and when, you know, meal-wise, what our plan was for the day. So I knew what I needed to pack or where we needed to go to lunch if we were going out to eat. So that was really helpful, is really being clear about wanting to do this. And in the first week I didn't have a gym membership. I just worked out in my garage or ran to the park or walked to the park or whatever I could do with my kids. And then from there, I decided I wanted to go to the gym so they could go to their preschool time and I could have my break of an hour. And I found that it worked for me to do classes because I would go in, do a cardio class for an hour. I may have hated some of the cardio classes the whole time, but I knew that it was done in an hour. So I did it, and then I was able to go and do other stuff. And then when we went to the park, I would run to the park or walk, or I just made it a priority, which made it a lot easier to schedule it in. But it had to be scheduled. The days that because I tried to go to the gym about 5 days a week, and the days that I didn't schedule it were the days that I didn't go. I mean, when I didn't think about it, and I was like, oh, okay. And then before I knew it, it was noon, and I was like, well, we don't have time to do it today. So that was super important for me, is to schedule it in and plan it out.
Okay. Yeah, and that's, I think that's huge for all of us, is we have to make sure that we plan it out and schedule and make it a priority. And so, you know, you always hear that though from moms is, you know, I have kids and I work, and you have all these moms who have these busy lifestyles, but you're like proof that if you schedule and you make it a priority, that you can make it happen. And I remember those messages where you're like, hey, like, what do I do? Like, I don't like the gym, and you know, all of these things. And we really just started where you were at and just slowly built you. And you can just see like how that like piled upon piled, like you first you were resistance about going to the gym, and now you're like going to the gym, and like I see your posts, and they're like things that you're doing on a daily basis, and that's so cool to watch. So cool. So as you've gone through this program, like you're at the end of 30 days, like what if you had like one thing to say, like what makes this program so different from all of the other programs that you may tried or anyone else?
Because you allow us to start where we're at. I mean, that is exactly it, is that I never felt pushed. I never felt overwhelmed. I never got that, like, I can't do this, because I was that person that had every excuse in the book. I didn't go to the gym because I had kids. I didn't eat well because I had kids. And every excuse, I had a meeting, so I couldn't do that. And you were really good about, it's simple. Like, here's your meal plan. Here's where you can tweak it if you need to. And here's what I want you to do as far as workouts. So get cardio, get some, resistance, things like that. Because even when, you gave us our workout, I'm like, well, I don't really like doing like whole lifting weights, and you were very good about being like, well, if you're going to take a class, then take a class that's doing resistant bands or weights or anything like that. So I was able to find classes that worked with my schedule and make it work. And there's things like I could have very easily done this program in my garage the whole time if I wanted to. It was just that simple. So yeah, I think I would not be anywhere near where I'm at now without this program, for sure.
Awesome.
There's no, I probably 10 pounds a year.
That's so cool. And like now that you're at the end of the 30 days, like what's next? Like for you, like what, like you've made this lifestyle. So what's your next goal? Like what do you plan on doing?
So for me, I'm just going to keep going. I would like to lose another 10 pounds. But it's really been a huge lifestyle change. Like I find myself, like last week I went to the gym 6 days because I wanted to. I wasn't dreading it. Like on Sunday, we had Sunday breakfast. I ran to the gym. I got ready for church. I picked up my family. We went to church. We made it all happen. And it's just that much of a priority. Like I find myself the days that I don't work out or don't do something, I'm really annoyed, and I find my attitude being different, my energy levels different, and so for me and having kids, it's become such a priority for me to actually work out as far as my lifestyle, just because it gives me the breath to be able to do all the crazy stuff with my kids, and so yeah, I really just plan on moving forward and just having this be our new lifestyle.
Awesome. So talk about that. You talk about so obviously it's affected your family. In what ways has it affected your kids and your husband and like overall family?
Well, my husband is being more active, which my husband's that guy that's 6'4" and doesn't gain any weight and all that good stuff. And so his whole thing was like, oh, I was in the Marines, so I'm so sick of working out, blah 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 blah. Which he actually he doesn't go to the gym with me. But, like, on the weekends, we're doing hikes, and he, like, wants to do stuff. And as far as our daily, like, my son, like, literally every night he wants to do Zumba with me or yoga, as my son will say, and he wants to put on movies, and we do YouTube videos because he wants to know what I do at the gym. So that's been a huge thing. And then as far as, like, our eating and stuff, like, my son is choosing healthier things first. I mean, we still have to fight about sugar and all that good stuff, but when I have a salad, he wants a salad. He's like, oh, Mama, what you got? Mommy has this, so it's your turn. And so it's been awesome. I mean, it's funny because I didn't think my husband would be as on board because he's such a meat and potato, like, terrible burger guy. And I don't blame him because I would probably be the same way if I didn't gain any weight doing that. And so it's funny just watching it by me making the options and not even talking to him about it and being like, this is what I'm doing now. Like, he had no idea that I signed up for a 30-day intake. I was like, all right, well, this is, I'm doing this now. And it's funny watching after a month of him being like, he's so encouraging and so like, all right, well, let's go on this hike this weekend. And it's been awesome.
Awesome. I love hearing that. And so for you, one thing that I heard is like, it's just kind of been like this journey sounds like it's been an enjoyable one that I had. Like compared to like most diets, I hear people like talk about their diets and their programs, and it's just like at the end they're like, "I'm so glad it's over." But where you're like, "Cool, like I want to keep going, like I want to keep this lifestyle," and it's just something that you've learned to come to enjoy. So
it's been a crazy experience in that aspect. Because normally I get done working out or get done with any 30-day or 20-day whatever, and you don't even make it the whole time, and you've hated every second of it, and this has been completely the opposite.
Yeah. Have you had bumps in the road, like, as you've done it?
For sure. I mean, we had Easter, so that was, a whole weekend of family and cheesy potatoes and ham and everything else, and we go out to eat a lot. Like, we are that, because I have 2 kids, and I run a business, and, I didn't realize how bad I was eating until all of a sudden I paid attention to the food that I would have normally picked at a restaurant. So that was kind of an adjustment, is being like, okay, normally I would get a cheeseburger, french fries, and a side of ranch, but that's not really the best option. but I didn't stress about too much about when I had my free meals. Um, I still chose healthier options, but I still ate. I mean, if we were going out on a Friday night, if we had sushi, I would just have a sushi roll instead of three. So I just was much more conscious about what I was putting in my body. But yeah, I think this whole process without bumps in the road wouldn't be a process at all.
Yeah, I agree. I just, I bring awareness to that because I feel like people get so discouraged when there's bump in the roads. And I remember, like, especially when you got sick or if the scale, like, went up or anything, and I would be able to talk you down from the edge and just kind of say, it's okay. Like, that's what happens. That's you should expect your scale to fluctuate up and down throughout your process. But the biggest thing that I saw you do was you were consistent in your program. You got off track, you were able to jump right back on because you had everything, and you were still able to get amazing results by the end. What?
Yeah, and it helped me be. I just made sure I was very accountable for when I did get off track and when, and I stopped focusing. I still weigh myself every week, but I stopped focusing so much on the number versus the pictures were huge.
Mm-hmm.
To be able, I mean, there was a week or two where I did, or a week where I didn't lose any weight,
yeah.
And then there was another week where I gained 3 pounds or something. But when you look at the pictures, every single week my body changed for the better.
Yeah.
So that was huge for me because normally I wouldn't take those pictures. And so the weeks that I gained the 3 pounds or didn't lose any weight, I probably would have quit.
Absolutely.
So that was huge that I had those pictures and consistently made myself do that. So I didn't let myself get discouraged about the number that we see.
That's awesome. So when you finally put your final before and after pictures side by side and you looked at them, what was your initial reactions, your thoughts and feelings on it?
I was shocked. I mean, I knew I'd been working hard and working out at the gym, but you don't think you can have that sort of transformation in 30 days. Nor did I think I could ever look that my before picture could ever be that either.
Yeah.
I see my before picture, I'm like, oh my gosh. But yeah, I was shocked. I think the difference in my stomach and the difference in my legs and just everything. And to me, it's crazy because I did yoga this morning, and the difference in I've been doing yoga for 3 weeks now. So the difference in my first week, that's what I was thinking about this time in yoga, is the stuff that I can do now that I couldn't do then, and the muscles that I feel, it's crazy how quickly those muscles can develop. I didn't know that could happen. So yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing, but awesome.
That's so cool. I looked at those and I was like, holy cow, I've never seen a transformation where it's been 30 days and even the skin looked completely different. That's what blew me away. I was like, holy cow, you see this body and you see the body, the results are awesome, but then you see the whole transformation. It's just holy cow. It was so mind-blowing to me. I was like, I was blown away by your results. So proud of all the work that you've put in. It was truly amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm blown away by them, but it's been worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. What would you tell people? If you were to tell someone about this program, they're like, hey, I'm debating whether I should do this or not. What would you tell them? What would your advice be?
To do it for sure. Because to have somebody to reach out to, yes, you have your family and your, my husband, I can reach out to him, but what is he going to say? He's going to be like, well, okay, sorry that you're frustrated or whatever, where to have you to reach out to and you were always available and always willing to, I could message you or put it on the group page of whatever issues I was having and I hadn't answered quickly. So to have that support and then to have the accountability of that to keep you going and just to get you in the habit of doing, they say it takes 30 days to create a habit. So to do that weekly picture, weekly measurements, weekly weigh-in, and to have you to message and reach out to you, I mean, honestly, I would not be here without this program.
I love it. It's so cool to hear that. And yeah, absolutely. I think those are the key elements. You're tracking during the program, and you have someone to reach out and hold you accountable and to support. I think those are what's going to make your program successful. So I love it. So was it worth the investment?
Oh yeah, for sure, 100%. Like I
100%.
don't even think about the investment at this point because it was 100% worth it. And like what else I think was pretty amazing about this program too is that me and you are in different states,
Hmm.
and that you were able. I mean, it's not like you had to come to the gym with me and show me what to do. Like we could do all this in a completely different state, and yeah, I would. Yes, the investment was 100% worth it.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's what I loved. It was so cool to watch, like, from like a different state away, like just see that transformation, and just to see that is awesome. I loved it. So, Amanda, like, thank you for sharing your story. Just so powerful. I think that you are a true example of, like, the women out there who want that same, drive and that same motivation that you have, and really, like, the end result is a better life for yourself and a better life for your family, and just truly get results, and to feel better, feel more confident, and truly, like, empower yourself and empower others. Um, so I love it. Thank you for sharing. You guys, if you want to join and to have a transformation like Amanda, like, you see how fast it can happen. You can see that it can happen for anyone if you're willing to just do the work, and you're just willing to stay committed and be consistent. And not only that, but if you want it, like, you can have it. And so what I'm doing is I'm putting a link below where you can click this link, and you can get in contact. You and I can have a conversation about how we can start your body evolution and really transform and evolve your body from where you are today, and really move your life forward. And you hear it from Amanda. Like, it's complete. Has this changed your life, Amanda?
100% for
One
sure.
100%. It will change your life. And so click the link below, and then you and I will have a conversation, and we will talk about how we can evolve your body. So, Amanda, again, thank you. Um, and
So,
so powerful. Any last words?
do it. Change your life. That is my last words. Enjoy.
I love it. Okay, thank you so much.